Welcome again to my channel, and I'm here to bring you some more healing messages today. These messages is to hopefully help heal you, make you aware of things that's going on, and to help you improve on some things about yourself so that you can win. The goal of my channel is to help everybody be the best version of themselves, the highest version of themselves. So I want to start off by thanking everybody for their likes, shares, and subscriptions. And the likes help get my messages out. So I appreciate all the likes. And I appreciate all the people that have subscribed to my channel, the new subscriptions, the new subscribers, I should say. I appreciate all of that. Again, if I only help one person, then I've done my job. So this is what I've been called to do, and I've known this about myself since I was a kid, that I'm supposed to spread good messages to people. That's why I have this big voice, is to help. So I want to go ahead and begin. Today I am talking about the love spells, the chaos spells, the beauty spells, the binding spells that people have placed over your lives. I am talking about this because this is something that's happened to me, and a lot of these spells, even if you are aware that something's off or something's more off than it ever has been in your life, you could have went through trials and tribulations, but there's been periods of your life where things was really getting out of hand, where things was really off, where you felt like things that you were being attacked. And a lot of the times that's because people have done magic over you. And I was a person that has been religious my whole life, going to church, twice a week. As an adult, raising my kids in church, going to church just because I knew that I had made some mistakes in my life. I know that I wanted to be the best version of myself for my children and for myself. And I didn't know what else to turn to but, to go to church. And over these past few years, I realized that church is not the answer that you actually need to actually have a relationship with the Most High. Actually, in these latter years of my life, I realized that you can have a relationship with the Most High by yourself, just going in and meditating and, speaking to God yourself. You don't have to have a third party to come in and translate messages from God. You can get them directly from the source, which I feel like I always have. But, being raised in that environment, you'll think that it'll confuse you like, oh, I need to go to church. I need to hear the word from the pastor to get my messages from God. And it's like, no, you should be able to have a relationship with God yourself. And I always say the Most High God, because there's a lot of gods on the earth. And if you've read Greek mythology, you've read, different things, that there's gods, little g's, gods and goddesses that has been here, since the beginning of time. And you realize that some people even call Satan their God. So I am always cognizant of saying the Most High God. There's a lot of little gods, and then there's the Most High God. So, and that's who I'm speaking of, the person that is for your highest good, your mother and your father that lives within inside of you, that helps you every day move forward and be the best version of yourself. So that is who I'm referring to. Anyways. So yeah, as far as these magic spells, I myself, at the time when I had felt like that someone had, done spells over me, it's like, you just feel like something's off. You feel like, you're doing your best and things still isn't going right with yourself. You feel like maybe you can't stop thinking about somebody, or all of a sudden you think about somebody out of the blue, or you keep going in relationships for years with the same person over and over again. And, once I got into spirituality, because I feel like I've always been spiritual, but I didn't call it that. I just felt like I had a close relationship with God, and I just knew that people would get karma when they mess with me. I knew that my mind was powerful. Anything I thought I could get, I was powerful at manifesting things in my life. So I just thought that's just a natural thing. Nowadays people have different terms and labels for what, you probably naturally could do. And so that was the thing that was going on with me. Once I got deeper into spirituality, I realized that, I have been placed under several magic spells, and a lot of it came from my family. So before I even met friends and lovers and, been in jobs and different things like that, I realized that your family will put spells on you. Chaos spells, binding spells. They will put you back to sleep, like Sleeping Beauty, because they know that the gifts that you have, they know the blessings that you're promised over your life. They know things about you that you didn't even know about yourself. They was there when you was born. They know your date of birth. They know your sign. They know, different things. They go to readers, tarot readers or psychics to get predictions about your life. Instead of asking about their own, they ask about yours. They themselves have gifts, that they won't tell anybody about, because they want to keep it a secret, that they can look into other people's lives and they can read people's energy. And so they already knew what was promised over your life. So of course, naturally, because they're jealous that, or envious that they don't have the same gifts that you have, or they want to know why you're the chosen or why you're going to be blessed so abundantly, they'll automatically start doing spells over you. I know there's several times where I've had things going on in my life that I couldn't explain. Things happened to my children that I couldn't explain. And of course, naturally I prayed a lot of those things away, but they still happen to them nevertheless. They still happen to me nevertheless. And I realized that, you go and you have things going on with you, and then you like, oh, let me go call Big Mama. Let me go call such and such. Let me go call cuz. Let me go call this. And those are them same people that's like, oh, they're waking up. They're waking up to who they really are, or they're figuring out, or they're trying to better themselves. Let me put them back to sleep. Let me do a spell over them so they can forget what's going on. Let me put a spell over them so that they can keep being stuck to me, so that they won't feel like they're too powerful to go out on their own, so that they'll be trapped here. Or let me go put a spell on them, a love spell on them, so that they'll only date people that I've dated, abusive people, different things like that. And you would think that your family, friends and lovers, people close to you wouldn't do stuff like that, but yes, they will, because they feel like, I want you to be cool, but not better than me. I've been through abusive relationships, so you need to see it, because you think that the grass is greener on the other side, or you think that life is a fairy tale. So I want you to endure some things that I went through. Also, there's people that might have put curses on your family from other family members. And so you've been enduring different things that's happened because your family has been cursed. And, people will say, well, I have to pay for the sins of my family, this and that. Sometimes you might have to be the person that endures the curses so that you can break them, but if you don't recognize that you're under these curses, under these spells, then you will never be able to break them. So you may have experienced, situations where I've seen a lot of videos and know a lot of people that's been homeless. A lot of the times that's because people put magic on you. They wanted you to be out in the streets. And then when they asked how these people got homeless, then they're saying such and such happened, and then I don't have any family to go back to. I don't have any friends to go back to. I've been abused, so the only people that I could live with is the people that was molesting me, that was raping me, that was taking advantage of me, that was using me for my money, and things like that. Those be them same people that you don't live with that will wish you homeless now because you don't want to no longer get abused. You don't want to no longer get talked to like a piece of shit. You don't want to no longer get taken advantage of. Those will be some people that will wish you to be homeless. You could have endured accidents, out of nowhere. Even myself, I've been in a couple accidents where things were so magical in the accident that I can't even explain to y'all how it happened. I'm a very cautious driver. I haven't been in that many accidents, but the accidents that I have, I'm telling you, even the other driver can't even understand what happens. So, people will do magic on you so that you can get into accidents, so that you can be ill out of nowhere. You'll have different illnesses. You'll feel sick. You'll feel sluggish. You'll feel tired. You got to be careful of letting people feed you. Watch what you're eating because they're going to attack your different senses, what you eat. Sometimes they will attack by what they're saying to you, so what you hear. So they'll be at their home chanting different things, wake up cursing you. I want this stuff to happen for this person. I don't want them to win. I want their money to stop. Different things like this. People will sit up and chant stuff like that about you daily, and if you're a person that can hear, even when you're not around somebody, you can hear what people's thoughts are or hear what they're saying about you, then you're still enduring that. They will cause you to have mental breakdowns. I know there's a lot of people right now that is in mental institutions because of spell work that was put on them by families, lovers, friends, where they saw the goodness in this person and they wanted them to basically go crazy, or they wanted to take their innocence from them. And it's sad, you'll be saying, well, what happened to such and such? Spell work, and, people, like I said, I was one of those people that was religious and didn't believe in spell work, but I'm here to tell you that it's real, and it's sad and it's pathetic that people that don't have no good sense will go ahead and put spell work on you. I had somebody tell me just recently that spell work ain't real. It's just game. No, it ain't game. You could not be around these people and they put spell work on you. So how can you even let them, you're not even around them for them to game you. It's more than game. It's people's intentions. Just like people can manifest good things, people can try to manifest bad things in your life, and if you're not protected, how would you even know? How would you even know? I had somebody put a love spell on me and then asked me, well, does it work? Yeah, at the same time, it works until you figure out what they're doing to you. You got to be I want to start off by saying you got to be at a lower level for the spell work to even take place. Now when you're getting it done on you as a child, then they're doing it so young that you don't even get a chance to elevate. A lot of the times us chosen people were protected. So what they wanted for you, a lot of the times didn't happen. God will change it to where it's for your good. Yeah, some things might have happened to you, but then God will go ahead and use it for your benefit. So that's the good thing about having a relationship with God, because you don't know what people's out here doing. And if I would have still stayed in religion, I wouldn't have never saw through the veil and saw what was really going on, saw how actually listened and tuned in to my inner self and went in and seen and heard how people was at home chanting, at home doing spells, kitchen magic, Googling that stuff. You can Google right now how to do magic spells on people and people will do it. People's at home practicing with it. I had a cousin that, 14? And he was like, oh, I did magic on somebody and it worked. But then I got what goes around comes around, because then the magic came back onto that kid. And I had to tell him, like, you don't never do dark magic on somebody. You don't never use magic for good. If you got the ability to use magic, why aren't you using it for good? Most of these people that's going around doing magic on people ain't got shit. Ain't got barely a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. You know, I hear so many stories and seen so many things where people's doing evil stuff and they ain't got nothing to show for it. You can do all that magic, pay for all that magic, but you ain't got nothing? You still poor? You still barely got your right mind? You ain't at peace? You can't sleep at night? So it doesn't make sense to me for people to delve into dark, deep stuff and they don't even got a peace of mind. They can't even get a peaceful night's rest. They can't even, they're on their toes trying to figure out, well, when is the spells gonna come back around? They don't even got no money. They still gotta work. They still gotta, so it doesn't make sense, you know, how people will resort to all this evil stuff, but all the people that's doing evil, I don't see nothing. Even if you got some money. So you still gonna have to pay for all that stuff that you got. You got all this stuff under evil and then you think that it's not gonna come back around on you. That's the sad part, you know, about it is people so gun-ho, so, you know, in a rush to do something because somebody made them mad. Well, I'm gonna get my revenge, instead of just letting karma play into it. Instead of just letting the Most High get that person, you so quick to go ahead and get revenge. What are the consequences after you get the revenge? Nobody cares about consequences. All they care about is what's going on in the moment. So, you know, it's very, very sad to me that a lot of people these days have resorted to magic. And like I said, my cousin, how old? 14, doing magic. So it's not even just the old people. We got young people that's playing with magic, you know, and a lot of these old people, witches and warlocks that you didn't even know was in your family. They could have been going to church all their life, and then you realize that church ain't nothing but a big ritual. You drinking blood of the Jesus and breaking the bread like his body is on the cross. What? You don't think that's magic? So this is the things that we've been doing from the beginning of time. Even if you think that, like I said, that you haven't done music, haven't done magic, if you done went to church and you done drunk the blood of Jesus and you done ate that bread, that little stale piece of bread, you done participated in magic. If you done read all those different things that they want you to say and repeat and you don't even know what you're talking about, you don't even know what the stuff means, you've participated in magic. So you can't say magic ain't real, because magic is everywhere. Your thoughts is magic. If you think certain things, if you do certain, that's all magic. Words is magic. It's called spelling. So spell is the base word, the root word for spelling. So, you know, people need to wake up and see what's really going on. And especially if you're a person that has a good heart, you really need to protect yourself and see what's going on. Because, you know, these people is wishing ill for you. And you just praying, well, let me pray for them. Like I love and light. I don't want to say nothing bad on nobody. Because, see, I've always known that whatever I think or say about somebody will come, you know, it could come back around to me and it could actually happen to that person. So I've always tried to be aware of what the heck is coming out of my mouth. And a lot of people, they reckless out here with their mouth. They reckless with their thoughts. They reckless with their actions, you know, and so we have to be aware of that. So I'm going to, you know, tell you some ways of breaking these magic spells, of just, you know, trying to protect yourself so that, you know, you can prevent and break them. I know with the love spells and with the binding spells, you could think about something over and over again. Because like I said, it ain't really just the love spells. You know, somebody can hurt your feelings in your family. Somebody you really looked up to, that you really put all your energy into, that you really trusted, and they can break you down. And then you go to this lower level well, then the magic is really going to take effect on you. Why? Because you're in this lower level. You are in resentment. You are in sadness. You are in mourning. This is how the magic can really take effect on you, because you're at such a lower level that they can go ahead and get you. And we have to make sure that we are aware of our energy at all times so that these things won't happen to us. I know that people say, well, why did God allow the magic to even happen to you? How can God do that? Where is God? And it's like, God always turns it for your good. So, if you're one of those people that's waking up and you're spiritually getting aligned and things like that, God will use it as your dark night of the soul to see what's wrong with you, to see the things that you need to work on for yourself, the things that you need to grow past so that you can elevate and raise your vibration levels. A lot of the times, I know, like I said, with myself, sometimes we are involved in some of the 7 deadly sins and we're not even aware of it. And some of them is gluttony, some of them is anger, some of them is, being, lustful. Some of it is just different things, the 7 deadly sins. And you could be a part of that and you don't even really, you're not aware of it. And so sometimes when this magic happens, they want it bad for you, but the whole time you was being protected by God, to a certain degree. Yes, God lets it happen to you so that you can see. Now, if you are at such a lower level and you never wake up to see, and you're just like, woe is me. Oh, well, I lost all these jobs. Well, I'm just going to go and, and I'm just going to give up on myself. That's what the enemy wants you to do, is give up on yourself. That's when you're being tested the most, is when you go through the dark night of the soul. And if you're a person that's not strong, if you're a person that's just basking in that sadness, that depression, that anger, that resentment, that guilt, that fear, that depression, those anxiety attacks, then it's going to take over you. You have to be strong enough. You are strong enough to get through it. You are strong enough to say, I love myself enough to figure out what I need to work on myself, and how I can grow through this. Everything, if you know that God is with you, everything is used for your good. The enemy wanted you to die. The enemy wanted you to commit suicide. The enemy wanted you to feel down. The enemy wanted you to walk around angry, bitter, hurting. God will use that for your good. But you have to believe that. You have to know that. You have to have the faith to actually make yourself feel better. Get out of that situation. And some of the things is to break it is like controlling your stress. Control your stress levels. When you feel like you're stressed, do some deep breathing. Go take a walk. Go write it down. There's so many different, go take a bath, go on vacation. There's so many different things that you can do to help yourself when you feel like you're stressed. And then you might want to journal it down so that you can see, what times am I stressed? What am I doing when I'm going through the stress? How long is the stress lasting? Different things like that. What am I eating? Who am I sleeping with? That's a big thing. How people do love magic on y'all is because you sleeping with them, engaging with them. You don't know what that other person is actually thinking when you're on top of them, or when you letting them, or when you going up inside that. You don't know what the other person is thinking. So if you're around the enemy, you sleeping with the enemy, literally. They could be actually chanting in their head, I want this person to be stuck to me. Now I don't give a fuck about them, but I still want them to be into me, to sweat me, to can't get over me, for me to, for them to think that I'm the best, for them to give me all their money, for them to only want to spend time with me. You don't know what the other person is thinking. You could be thinking about busting one, and they thinking about how to control you. Addictions. If you addicted to anything, like I said, I was, at a point in time I was smoking, and it's like, well, smoke is going to bring your levels down. Okay. If you don't know how to balance that out, if you're overdoing it, if you're just, you just gone, you got smoke for everything, you addicted, that's when the enemy can come in, and you're not even going to be in your right state of mind to realize that, hey, magic has been done on you. Somebody put this in. When they gave me this sack, they prayed over it, that this person lose their mind, that this person go crazy, that this person always spend all their money on buying it from me. You don't know what people's intentions are. It's very important to be aware of what's going on. People don't have the right intentions. So then it's easy for magic to be placed on you. But some things to break these spells is you can eat healthier, so it can raise your vibration levels. Get you some sleep, but realize if you're sleeping and getting good rest, or if you're oversleeping, because then you might be going into depressive states, and then you might want to see, well, what am I doing that is causing me to feel like I'm depressed, or that I want to sleep all day, or that I'm feeling anxious. Cover your head. People will talk about you and say, why you got that scarf on and you on the internet? Because I want to, because I'm covering my crown chakra. I even had somebody that didn't know for sure if they was doing magic on me, but was like, let me see. I think they are energy vampires. I cover my head like, oh, why you got that scarf on? Because I'm covering my head is what I'm thinking to myself. You ain't about to be doing no magic on my crown. So, I can see how other cultures, they cover their head, the women cover their hair and stuff like that. It's because people will actually take that crown chakra, try to take your mind, make you feel crazy, take your ideas from you, try to control your thoughts, try to control you. So it's very important to protect yourself. Sage, take spiritual baths. Sound vibrations is the music that you listen to. Okay, you might not want to listen just to one sound where it's raising your vibration. Listen to uplifting music so that it can take you out of the low vibrations. Take your power back using words. So affirm that, say that you're calling all your power back. No weapons formed against you shall prosper. Declare it. Play instruments. Get you out of those low vibrations where you just playing an instrument and it's making you feel good and you playing it from the heart. Dance to get some of that low vibration. I don't care if you dance by yourself. Go dance in the mirror. Do whatever, so that it'll take you out of those low vibrations. It'll shake up something in you so that you can get the energy moving around so you won't feel stuck. Candles, lighting some white candles, protection candles, praying over it, protecting yourself from the evil. This is things that you can just say, even if you don't got nothing, just say it out your mouth that you are, protecting yourself and that you are not allowing the enemy to defeat you. You don't want any negative energies coming in, wear some stones. If you believe in getting some stones, get you some stones. They got different stones. You can look up the meanings on them and you can wear them on your person. You can have them in your home. Different things like that. Stop going around calling people and telling them your personal information. There's people that is set up in your families. These are agents, like the Matrix. They trying to show you what's going on. It's not only on the outside, it's also in the inside. So before you even go outside and figure out what these people that you don't know is doing to you, what about the people that you do know that's doing, where you telling people, well, I'm trying to get myself together, or I'm trying to heal. That person's going to immediately go and start doing spells on you so you can't heal, or to put you back to sleep so you can't remember all the things that you've been through, and so that you won't heal yourself, so that you won't grow through the stuff, because you're still going to have that stuff hidden, tucked away. Or they figure out, oh, you about to heal, you about to blow up, you about to get to another level. They going to pray over you so that you don't be better than them. So watch what you're telling people. They don't need to know your moves. They don't need to know when you're sad, when you're hurting. Go to the Most High for that stuff. The Most High ain't gonna pray bad on you. So that's something that we really have to be aware of. Don't accept gifts from people. People be so happy to say, oh, I'm getting money. I'm sleeping with them. They giving me money. They giving me this. They bought me this. And they attach magic to that motherfucker too. So you can keep coming back to them. so you can keep on feeling like they love you, they into you, blah, blah, blah. No, we need to be aware of the gifts that we're getting from these people, because you don't know what's attached to those different gifts. And they show you in so many movies that what people be doing, and people act like, oh, this is just a movie. Where do you think they get the ideas from? Wake up, people. I'm here to wake y'all up. This is what it is. You know, this is what's going on. And if you're a person that has a pure heart, you know you're not going to do something like that to somebody. You know you wouldn't even delve in no black magic. People are. Know that. You good, there's people that's not good. Like, come on now, be real. You believe in God, there's people that believe in the devil. Come on now. Come on, people. Let's wake up. Recognize what your energy is. If you're a person that's all happy-go-lucky, you waking up, you free, you know, you feel like you always dancing, you always grooving, and then all of a sudden you feel low about yourself. You feel like, woe is me, the victim, the martyr mentality. You know went, to another level where you feel like, dang, I'm not even myself again. I'm not even playful. I'm not happy. Recognize that that's your energy, or is that energy of somebody else? Somebody could be projecting their energy off onto you. And if you sleep with somebody, that's easy. That's an easy way to transfer their energy to you. You sleeping with somebody that's low level, that really don't feel, they pretending like they got it all together. Yeah, I'm the stuff, I'm this and that. But really on the inside, they sad. They borderline depressed. They borderline want to commit suicide. They borderline. So recognize what's your energy and what's somebody else's energy. Just keep working on yourself. Every day, find something to help yourself grow independent, to love yourself, to, just be free, every day. Every day, there's 24 hours in a day. So, you could take some time out in that 24-hour period to do something for yourself that's going to better yourself. To read something that is going to help you. To watch something that's going to help you. We all know that we're on social media. We all know that, what we listen to, what we see, what we feel is directly affecting us. So try to watch something positive. Try to read something positive. Try to see something positive outside of your home. Be careful where you're going. Also, don't go over everybody's house. Excuse me. A lot of the times when I'm watching these movies and stuff like that, and you see how the enemy can only come in your house if you allow them to come in. And if you go to their house, you already walked into the devil's den. You don't know what they got in their house, what they chant, what they believe in, you think that these people are, this is grandma and she's been in the church for, you don't know what grandma do behind closed doors. You don't know what your auntie doing behind closed doors. You don't know what this dude that you sleeping with do behind closed doors. You don't know what that chick believe in. You don't know. So stop walking into everybody's house. Stop going over and visiting everybody. Stop trying to go to their house and see what they got going on or to help. You don't know. You do not know what people's intentions are. You do not know what people do when you are not there. Stop allowing people to come in your house. Because if you invite the devil in, then the devil can do anything because you invited him in. So we really need to be aware of our surroundings, what we got going on, who we talk